Hello and welcome to the morning news on Newday on TV3. My name is Beatrice Edu. Coming up in the next few minutes. 2 school pupils died from bee sting after they were attacked in class at Angloga EP School in Volta region. Also on the program, First Deputy Minority Whip Habib Idrisu has proposed mandatory HIV/AIDS test for potential employees to know their status before employing them. Much later on the program, Parliament expected to pass a 357 billion cedi appropriation bill before rising for Christmas break later today. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, Parliament is a step away from passing the appropriation bill to approve 357 billion cedis for expenditure in the 2026 fiscal year. The minority in the debate raised alarm over the allocations and expressed a lack of confidence in government direction. But the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasia Latoforsen, says that Ghana has seen unprecedented progress.
What is even more startling is the fact that compensation for this year, Mr. Speaker, they want to spend some 90 billion, 559 million, 950,860 Ghana cedis, Mr. Speaker. They should take their calculators and do the mathematics. The President promises 9% salary increase. A 9% increment in salary should not translate to, 90 billion Ghana cedis for compensation. Mr. Speaker, compensation, unless, of course, they are saying that in 2026 there are going to be a lot of committees that is going to be drinking teas. I don't think that this appropriation that they are asking us to approve would actually help the good people of Ghana. And on top of the 357 billion expenditure, Mr. Speaker, they want to grow at 5%. What kind of expenditure is this? Expenditure that will not spur growth, expenditure that will not translate to GDP growth is not expenditure.
My good friend says that he doesn't understand why his salary is being factored in the budget. Or you don't know that money is your salary. Mr. Speaker, if you people don't want salary, just tell us, we'll cut it. How does payment of salary amount to payment a drinker of tea? A drinker of tea salary? We are recruiting the young men that you left unemployed into the security services. How do you expect us to pay them? I think that the gendarme economists will die. It is becoming very clear that they don't have anything to say about the management of the economy.
What we know is that so much has been loaded at Jubilee House for compensation. They say they are appointing only 60 ministers. But many government appointees, Director of Agric at the presidency, Special Advisor in charge of Agriculture at the presidency, in addition to a Minister of Agriculture, Minister and Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am concluding to say that me, I'm a Yakeyu Takambaha Menichumo. Mr. Speaker, I've been Nichumo. Imbo Nichume yo. I'm a bear 24-hour economy. I'm a Malay. Mr. Speaker, in other words, they lied. The majority should take care of its own backbench.
Honorable Minority Leader, you said you have concluded.
They have failed their own backbench. Great job for your own MPs.
Under this budget, the appropriations before us, the fact remains that we will not borrow from the central bank. We will not ask the Bank of Ghana to print for us, just like was done some years ago. We will not. We are going to pay the debt you left behind. That is what this appropriation bill is taking to do. The capital expenditure has been moved from under 30 billion to 57 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, the government of Ghana is spending big on infrastructure. 57 billion Ghana cedis has been allocated. No government in the Fourth Republic has spent on roads more than President John Dramani Mahama.
The ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
And we stay in Parliament because the government has revoked the legislative instrument LI 2462, which granted power to the president to authorize mining in forest reserves. This comes after the Environmental Protection Mining in Forest Reserves Revocation Instrument 2025 matured into law on Wednesday, the 10th of December 2025. LI 2462, which allows mining in forest reserves, faced a fierce opposition from environmentalists and the public for its role in exacerbating illegal mining or galamsey. In a separate development, the first Deputy Minority Whip, Habib Idrisu, has proposed mandatory HIV/AIDS tests for potential employees to know their status as part of efforts to tackle the spread of the disease and aid in contact tracing. The Toulon MP, who is scared by the rising number of infections in the country, told Parliament that the test must be a requirement for employment at any company. His proposal has already sparked conversations about stigmatization and how such data would be used by corporate bodies, with many expressing the view that knowing HIV status of employees could influence policy decisions.
Recently, when you listen to what the Health Service or Ministry of Health are saying with regards to HIV, it is very rampant now. Many a time when you go to many of the regions, you see that people who are HIV are positive. It's on an increase that many people are now being tested positive on HIV in Ghana than before. And I think that, Mr. Speaker, it should be part of the requirement in every organization in Ghana. If they want to, either periodically or if you are to be given a job opportunity, you should be allowed to be tested HIV. It should be part of the health screening so that we'll be able to know. Because, Mr. Speaker, when you are not tested and you know your status, you will not be able to handle or cure or look for solutions to it. So, Mr. Speaker, as much as I support this ratification, I want to just call on every organization, whether government or non-government organization, that it should be mandatory requirement, that if you are going to be engaged, either employment or whatsoever, HIV/AIDS testing should be part of it. And medication, in terms of when you are tested positive, it should be made, I think it's already free. If not, then it should be free everywhere, so that members or people, patients, with regards to this, can have access to.
Let's bring you some more here on the morning news. And school activities at the Angloga EP Basic School in the Votu region were brought to an abrupt end on Wednesday when bees attacked both learners and teachers at the school premises. The incident has led to the death of 2 learners and 1 other person left in critical condition. Correspondent Faisal Abdul Idrisu spoke earlier to the medical doctor at the Keta Government Hospital, where some of the pupils are receiving treatment.
Yesterday at around 1 p.m. we had a number of referrals from Angloga after some students were stung by bees. So 4 of these students were brought in to our emergency. We triaged and realized about 2 of them were in critical condition. The 2 that were in critical condition, there was a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old who came with severe anaphylaxis. That is when their body's immune system were reacting strongly to the bee sting. And unfortunately, we lost both of them. And the other 2 who were admitted to the pediatric wards fortunately have survived. One was mildly stung, so he had a mild reaction and was discharged today. And there's another one here with us who is not doing too bad. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Thank you. So I can't predict, but it's likely he will be discharged in a few days. We can't say exactly how many days, but when his condition improves and he's able to sit up by himself and feed by himself and the swelling goes down significantly, we'll discharge him. Thank you.
In other news, the Inspector General of Police has raised alarm over a worrying decline in the quality and success rate of police investigations, describing the trend as unacceptable and a serious threat to public confidence in law enforcement. Speaking at a regional crime officers conference, the IGP said that the situation undermines the credibility of the Ghana Police Service and emboldens criminals.
The conference brought together crime officers from across the regions to address a decline in police investigations. Inspector General of Police issued a strong warning describing falling investigative standards as a threat to public trust and the fight against crime.
I am committed to reversing this trend and enhancing our investigative capabilities. I am convinced that together we can stem the tide of crime and restore public confidence in our service. Our crime statistics paint a concerning picture about a decline in the quality and success rate of investigations, which undermines public trust and emboldens criminals. This trend is unacceptable.
While highlighting the pivotal role of crime officers in reversing this trend, IGP Christian Tete Yohonu urged them to continuously update their skill set.
As crime officers, you are at the forefront of this battle. Your role is pivotal in turning the tide. As crime is evolving, it is imperative continuously update our skills and knowledge to stay relevant in rapidly changing crime landscape.
Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, COP Lydia Yakodonko, was confident that the conference would equip crime officers with the tools they need to excel in their roles within the justice delivery system.
The success of criminal prosecution largely depends on effective criminal investigation, and the importance of both cannot be overemphasized. Your role in gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and building solid cases worthy of prosecution is crucial in the justice delivery system of our country. It is my expectation that the knowledge you would acquire here will be taken to your various areas of responsibility and disseminated to your subordinates by way of training and capacity building programs so that together we can make Ghana safe.
The conference was on the theme. The conference was on the theme: the current downward trend of police investigations, the role of crime officers.
And still on this, Ghana's border security enforcement is expected to receive a major boost with the introduction of the revised community engagement and policing strategy. The strategy, among others, strengthens communal participation and secures Ghana's territorial integrity.
Community engagement and policing framework emphasizing building trust and collaboration between communities and law enforcement, particularly in border areas. Controller General of the Ghana Immigration Service, Samuel Basintali Amadou, indicated the strategy will help to address local security needs while upholding human rights.
The strategy represents a deliberate shift from viewing the service solely as gatekeepers of the borders and to recognizing our role as partners in community safety and national development. It acknowledges that community members, particularly in border and coastal areas, are indispensable allies. It is in recognition of this reality that the Community Engagement Policing Initiative was conceived in 2023.
The International Organization for Migration, IOM, charged the Immigration Service to use a strategy to build trust and resilience in communities.
The GIS-CEP strategy addresses these challenges of border communities, such as porous borders, mixed migrations, and security risks, by promoting community-based security collaboration as a sustainable answer to national and regional issues. Complementing this, the CEP curriculum, with its structured training modules, will ensure a consistent and coherent approach to implementation within GIS.
The service has commenced the integration of the strategy in their curriculum with a Trainer of Trainers program from first quarter 2026.
Engagement, policing, policy of the Ghana.
The Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, says that he is expecting a fierce legal battle over the extradition of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Dr. Ayine revealed Ofori-Atta has engaged some of the top lawyers in the United States to fight the extradition request. Speaking at the Government Accountability Series, Ms. Ayine disclosed that his office has formally transmitted an extradition request for Ofori-Atta and his former Chief of Staff, Ernest Darko-Akore. He explained that the matter now rests with the American authorities.
You will recall that the Office of the Special Prosecutor investigated acts of corruption and corruption-related offenses by the former finance minister and his accomplices, and proceeded to file charges in the High Court of Justice against them. On November 19, 2025, that is this year, my office received a formal request from the Office of the Special Prosecutor to initiate extradition proceedings for Kenneth Ofori-Atta and Ernest Darko-Akore from the United States of America. Following a preliminary review, our International Cooperation Unit observed that certain aspects of the request required clarification and enhancements to align with the applicable legal and procedural requirements. We communicated these observations to the Office of the Special Prosecutor via a letter dated 25 November 2025 and requested supplementary documentation to ensure completeness. On December 9, 2025, the Office of the Special Prosecutor provided a requested additional documentation and addressed the observations that we raised, thereby finalizing the extradition request packages. Subsequently, on December 10, 2025, my office transmitted the complete request to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for onward transmission to the competent authorities in the United States of America. That is, in this case, the Department of Justice of the United States. At this point, it is left to the American authorities, especially the judicial authorities, to make a determination on whether a sufficient basis exists for the two accused persons to be extradited to Ghana to stand trial.
The Attorney General also revealed that the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, has uncovered a sophisticated crypto fraud operation that targeted Ghanaians and foreign nationals. This has led to the recovery of more than $15 million in digital assets.
OKX's internal investigations confirmed Yoko's suspicions, according to the AG, establishing that the cluster of transactions under scrutiny was fraudulent. According to the findings, more than 1,000 transactions originated from a single computer IP address and a specific location, pointing to the activities of one individual rather than multiple independent users.
The gang established a Ghanaian company in 2019 to front their criminal enterprise. According to official records obtained by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, the company's principal business was described as general trading and online trading and marketing. This is how the criminal enterprise worked. The victims were permitted to purchase products online from the company's e-commerce website by paying a registration fee. Once the victims signed on, they were encouraged to purchase investment packages, which range from 770 Ghana cedis to 9,240 Ghana cedis. The criminals developed attractive flyers to promote fraudulent investment. The criminal enterprise targeted our citizens, defrauded them, and laundered the criminal proceeds into cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, USDT, and Ethereum in an attempt to further hide the proceeds from the reach of Ghana's law enforcement.
Further investigations, including Know Your Customer KYC verification obtained by EOCO, identified the wallet owner as a Chinese national working in Ghana under residence permit.
The recovery represents completed cases of both direct and indirect recoveries. Direct recoveries are recoveries that are deposited directly into the exhibit account of the office. This currently stands at about 194 million. Indirect recoveries, on the other hand, are recoveries that are paid directly to either GRA or the Consolidated Fund.
This amount stands at 142.6 million. The success story of the Economic and Organized Crime Office shows that institutions matter, but institutional leadership is crucial to the success of the institutions we create as a country. The current leadership of the EOCO shows that when leadership bestows integrity, institutions perform their mandated functions optimally.
The Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, also revealed that Yoko's investigations had recovered assets worth $15 million from a fraudulent Malaysian company.
And that's all for the morning news here on New Day on TV3. My name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Do stay with us on New Day.
5 days. 5
days to Christmas. Yes. Today's the 19th, so 5 days to Christmas. Wow. So Akable and I just resolved that we are renewing our vows.
Oh, hallelujah.
Is it end of this year or next year, early next year?
I think we should do the 14th of February 2026.
Okay.
Is that vows day?
Yeah.
And that's
Shadrach's birthday as well.
How did I just? I wasn't even. I just mentioned it.
This is divine. This is a very divine moment. The Holy Spirit. You see, flesh and blood did not reveal this to you.
Amen.
It's the Holy Spirit that did.
Amen.
Good morning, baby.
Amen.
Good morning.
But that's a beautiful song.
You knew about it already?
No, this is the first time.
Are you kidding? You and Beatrice, where have you been? Let me give you some education. You know Geneva in Nigeria.
Yes.
Everybody loves Geneva.
Yes.
Or Jennifer's Diary.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the series. So last year into this year, a proper whole new movie was outdone in Nigeria called Everybody Loves Jennifer. And this was the title track to the movie. Harriet, bring it back small. But you know Bisola. You know actress Bisola. So she started it, but she's a songstress. She sings, I mean, that's a talent. So she started it, and it's a star-studded video.
I saw one of my favorite rappers, Faust. Yeah, that's
the bad guy.
No, it was actually this week. When we watched it, I didn't see Mama G dancing.
G for General.
I saw her, but I didn't see her dancing.
G for General. Oh, she's right there. So it's star-studded. It has all the best of Nigerians' top actors, and even in Ghana as well. Harold Amenya, Jackie Appiah was supposed to be there, but unfortunately there were flight issues. She couldn't get there on time. Otherwise, we'd have seen Jackie, but Harold is in there, and a few Ghanaians would have been in there as well. But production issues and all of that,
But I love it.
It's a good way to put us in the Christmas mood once again. I don't know how Christmas was for you many years ago, but around this time, many years ago, those round small biscuits.
Piccadilly biscuits.
Piccadilly biscuits. Would have been procuring it. Yeah, but it was a big part of around this period.
Listen, and that biscuit, no matter how many times we chewed, it never finished.
No. It's a lot.
So you chew and drink water?
Yeah.
No, we used to have the Fanta and Coke, the big bottles.
The squash, right?
Yeah, the squash as well. It depending on the numbers. Then by now you'd have also received your Christmas attire.
Okay.
There was a special attire that
mine was always blue. My sisters, yes, mine was because my color is blue, and my sisters was always pink.
Because we were all boys, it was always matching. So it has to be the same thing. It has to be the same thing with the same type of shoe. So then we all know that.
He's just making. I'm passing my mind back because he's bringing so many memories.
We all know that on that particular day you have to wear.
I used to have a dress with the skirt design of cooking. You know that flowery wedding kind of thing, and you go on your shoe with your socks and. Oh my God.
At the time, if you didn't have it, you didn't belong. At the time, you did not belong. And you know what we used to do? Sometimes it was so unbelievable how pretty the shoes and the dresses were. So for me, I walk a few steps and I just want to check my feet if the shoes are still there. I used to do that. And you know, those were the times that our parents or our mothers especially would buy us new underwear. So for us, after Sunday school, there's a special ampe that we have to play. And please, it's morning TV, but excuse me, if you are playing ampe at that time, you have to lift the dress. Or someone must start being who sell your underwear is new. We used to do that. So like once you go like this, so before you jump, you have to jump in a way that the skirt will lift, and then it will show that you have
that white thing.
I haven't had a Christmas shoe in so long a time. But I always remember that 25 years back, there will always be a Christmas shoe every year. And after Christmas, you don't wear it too many times.
No.
Don't wear it too many times. Just look forward to receiving another one.
It's a special shoe. It's a special shoe. And that's the time that if you have been an Aquala Bonnie, you're not getting anything. It happened to one of my cousins. We're all looking so chic. No, Junior or no.
And a lot of the time when rice and chicken was like the main thing.
Oh yes.
Now it's become so common. You don't
challenge it's special anymore. You know, it was the chicken and that brown stew.
Oh my God.
Every house had that brown stew. And then in preparing that brown stew, with the flour. A cup brown stew. What was it for? Though, to make it a lot or to change the color?
I don't know.
What was
it?
This
tomato paste. They will add the flour and.
Those were the times. Is it still the same?
No. It's not the same. A lot has changed. I mean, I was talking to my nephew 2 days ago, and he was asking me what I'm getting for Christmas, and I asked him what he wants, and he said, "Oh, he just wants money so that he goes out with his friends."
Can you imagine?
If it was back then, he wouldn't have to ask me. I would just have to get his size and get the shoe for him.
Those times there was no On the Run, there was no Junction Mall, there was no Accra Mall, there was nothing. So you just had to stay in the house, eat your chicken, drink your Coke and Fanta. You play some music. Hey, do you remember the ghetto competitions, dancing competitions?
Yes.
I used to win. Minya biscuito. You know those times when you win, it's either they give you biscuits or malt. Oh, Charlie, I was a dance champion in my hood. Oh, my dance champion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So on that note, are we doing politics this morning? Now we want to ask our viewers if they still think that Christmas is the same. What should we do?
I think I love that.
Okay.
Do you think Christmas is still the same? What has changed? And what would you love incorporated from back in the day that we don't have now? I think we should do that. Enough of the politics. Yes, we know we have to do HIV tests before we are employed and all of that. But yeah, it's okay. Good morning. Good morning. How many days again to Christmas? 5 days to Christmas. I hope your bank accounts are looking clean though. You know, like I don't know. What's your bank balance? 2 digits.
There's enough to carry me around.
That's enough to carry you through and probably buy that your cousin or your nephew the shoes that.
No, he says he wants money. He'll get some good money. He'll get some good money. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all.
You know, and those times there were aunties that you just didn't want to see during Christmas. Lord, the nosy ones, the ones who will come and ask if you've been a good girl or a good boy and what your grades were in school. There were some aunties when they are coming and you have to hide your report card because wouldn't say she is bringing you trouble. But the uncles were nicer. Do you remember those times that your uncles and your aunties will come when they're leaving? They'll give you money.
Oh, I know what happens. I know what she'll take it from me. Yeah, she'll take it from me. Quickly. My mother, I'm sure she's watching. She used to do that to me.
Listen,
I never liked that at all. No matter how long, like you hold on to the money. So those times I'll vanish with the money. Immediately my uncle leaves. No, you just hear your name. You just hear them shout your name.
And they are never able to account for the money.
No.
They don't know, and you cannot go and ask. Once they take it from you, you can listen. Let's open the phone.
If you demand accountability, she will ask you that.
Thank you very much.
Christmas,
exactly. Thank you very much. And I don't know if it's changed now, but those times our parents never had money. I don't know if it's still the same.
You know what I used to do to my granny? My granny would send me, go buy this. Maybe I've repented, but let me say. Back over time, we're nice. So, 5. Meanwhile, it was like 4.5, and she would never ask she would never ask for the change. Even if you use some to buy toffee and stuff, she would never count her change.
Oh, really?
So all the time, I had my trouble.
Then there were also those adults that were avoiding because when they ask you to run an errand, they'll take the change. So when they are looking for someone to run around, we avoid them. The others who will tell you to keep the change.
My granny never counted her change. So I always had trouble.
We had some people in the neighborhood who almost smile any time of the day apart from Ewia. Let's activate the phone lines. Let's take you back into time. Ask you what you miss about Christmas, what it used to be like for you, and what you would love incorporated in the Ghana or the now Ghana that we have. I mean, this morning, I don't think that the Gen Zs and the Indomie babies can identify with what we are saying. They just cannot reconcile themselves with what we are saying. But Daryl, how old are you? 19 or 23?
Oh, I thought you were 17.
But Anita isn't a millennial. Is she a Gen Z? I think Anita is between Gen Z and millennial.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, let's activate the phone lines. Welcome to This Morning. Good morning. Christmas is in the air. Love, joy, happiness is also in the air. Many years ago, these were the times that we'll be receiving our bronya atadie, bronya mpaboa. And yes, we used to do our hairs those times. Do you remember? Twist. Okay.
Now, me bomb me cornrow, not the flowers. And how do you call it?
Ribbons.
Ribbons, exactly.
Now, water curls, or no?
Oh my God! Yeah.
As for
there was the water curls that we used to do. Now your boat, yeah. Now you would have to stretch your neck back for them to put the curls in the hot water.
Yeah.
Now it was
it was so painful. It was simpler. You just get your Christmas haircuts.
Okay,
it's one of the few occasions
now
that
punk and now mohawk.
Oh, now punk was a big deal at that time. But with me, they are boy too. Because around that period, no, you are not going to school, so your mom won't have a problem. You can just put a boy. I remember one time I did double a boy. Papa, I think I should do that one of these days.
What do you think?
The law profession will not allow that.
When I go to college,
we should show a picture of punk. I don't think people know punk now.
Do you even know how about bag bush? Bag bush and a fade.
Yes.
And there was another one. Oh, there was
but we are leaving out the normal afro. The normal afro too was also around.
I mean, it was normal.
Yes, it was normal. It was.
And the bad boys at the time were the ones who used to do the cornrow.
Oh my God. No, I think
we have a caller on the line. We have a caller. Hello, good morning. Merry Christmas in advance to you. This is TV3 Newday. You're welcome. Hello. You can tell that the person is on the line, but they are not talking. Hello, good morning. Okay, let's move on. What else do you guys remember?
Yeah, I think, he's on.
Hello to you too. Merry Christmas.
Yes, hello. Merry Christmas. Yes, who's speaking?
Hello.
Hi. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Oh, is it my line or your line?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Good morning. Unfortunately,
good morning to you too, and Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas to you. Is it a delay or now is real time? Can you hear us real time?
Yes, I can hear you, but your voice is very faint.
Oh wow. Okay, let me raise it a bit. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Jeba. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Okay. Na anope to say Kumasi.
Kumasi is very fine. Kumasi is very good.
Fantastic.
We started having a little bit of the cold weather.
Oh, wow.
So we can see Christmas is coming.
Nice.
Winter.
So tell us, what do you remember back in the day? What do you remember about Christmas? What do you miss? And what would you love to bring back into today's Ghana?
What I do remember about Christmas back in the days is when in our village, we used to get together and do what we call the bonfire.
The bonfire, I remember.
Yeah, the bonfire.
Yeah.
But before I talk about, I also saw the music clip that you showed.
Yes.
That was a very nice one.
Thank you. Thank you.
From the Nigerians.
Oh.
Yes, it's from Nigeria.
Yes, and I wanted to find out, do we have a similar one from our side?
Unfortunately, we don't have one here, but now that Refa is here in business, I'm sure next year we'll have something beautiful for ourselves as well. Are you still on the line?
That is being made with our staff.
His line is not so good.
Yeah, the line is terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's made his point.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to say that since this is for the Nigerians, do we Ghanaians have anything similar? Or but I'm sure we'll be incorporating ours very soon. Anyway, the famous Alaji is on the telephone lines. I mean, he's done New Day with us all year through. And even when I wasn't here, he was still calling. Alaji, Yaya Day.
That's hello. Who do you see?
Yes, Alaji.
Yeah.
Alaji, yesterday or 2 days ago, Hajia Madina brought us our salad meat. Alaji, I'm still waiting for my momo. Alaji, wait. Alaji, no, don't run me over. Don't run me over. Wait. I'm still waiting for my birthday gift. I'm still waiting for the salad gift. I'm still waiting for everything that you promised, including the guinea fowl when we came to cover the elections in Savulugu. Alaji, why?
Don't worry.
Alaji, you said this 4 months ago.
You know this I'm in Accra now.
Oh, and we are not seeing any show.
I'm in Accra now.
But we are not seeing any show, Alaji.
Come again.
Alaji, please go ahead. Who do you want to say good morning to? Because maybe Ukraine there, Beba.
Okay, let me send like this. My friend Papa, Happy New Year and advance to you. Or Happy Christmas, not New Year. And let me send my greetings to Honorable Benataya for saying confinement and someone able to arm forces, the best amount we never have in NDC. Someone who put arm forces and Shamin of Buka and Alaja Alasan.
Okay.
Let me send my greetings to these people and Dr. Windy. This year, I think a lot of people, I see some interview going on, and some people say the thing is hard, some people say it's good, and let's wait some more. But, you know, after Excellency John Dramani Mahama government, I think things has been reduced, but money is not in the system.
Money is not in the system.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because of how the corrupt people stole our money, that caused our problem in this country. So let's keep on praying, and Dr. Dominic Apotinga Ayene and OC, Krisha Jabe, and they should arrest the corrupt people and we collect the money. I think we'll pump it into the system.
Okay.
And people will be happy. So let's keep on praying. I think it's the thing.
Okay, Alaji.
If you come to our places there, the food prices reduce drastically. When you buy the form 1 bag, 800 Ghana, now we have now buy 320 Ghana.
Okay, so money should just be released so that you can buy it, right?
Okay, so I think we can get this through. So may God bless our homeland Ghana and make our wishes strong.
It's the first time I've had a conversation with Alaji that I didn't know where it was headed.
I think you put him on the spot.
Yeah, but it's all good. Philip Abochi says, good morning, the two beautiful ladies and my good friend Akable. In fact, politics has changed Christmas season for all of us. Those days, some of us went to get palm branches to put up houses. Today, we no longer experience that. My salute goes to Philip Gajapo and Millicent Kofi Able. This is from Philip Abochi in Keta. Did you do that as well? Did you used to get palm branches to make houses?
No, we used to do, when he mentioned that, knockouts came to mind. We left out knockouts. And actually, Prince Henry from Koforidua sent this message that those days we built palm tree houses, like you said.
Right.
And that is where we used to sleep until the Xmas is over. Then we play knockouts, but now Gen Z, Xmas used to be fun in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah. I don't know, Cookie, whether you tried cooking as well. When parents are done cooking, you pick the tomato can, the tomato paste can.
Good.
Yes, you pick that and then you pick the red soil.
I was always the mother.
Yes, you pick the soil.
I was always the mother.
Oh, it was fun.
Did we used to eat it though?
No, I don't know.
We never used to eat it, we just used to practice.
Yeah. It was so nice.
This song. Wow, now Beko.
Yeah.
They can't Kwame Apia.
Yay! Shadrach and Harriet, you are the best. This song. Yeah, this song.
Oh, and the hands.
This was the song. Oh my God! Such a beautiful throwback or flashback, however you want to call it.
I don't think there's we've had any bigger Christmas song than this one.
No.
Keche Kwame Apia there with that amazing tune. Oh, you hear it every Christmas time, yeah?
Oh my God. These were the days. These were the days. The BJZ for the
But you know the people of Takrady, they have an entirely different celebration.
Yes,
the uncles.
The masquerades, right?
They call it uncles. That's what they wear. They call it uncles. Yeah.
Listen, I used to be so afraid of those people when
Same,
I was
same,
growing up.
same,
Yeah,
same.
listen, Koliko Amos. Lord Jesus, there was one time when we were growing up, when a compound house, then in Pofrimo, we say it in tree, like all of a sudden, they showed up.
That was how they...
I almost died that day. I went to hide under my bed. Listen, I thought the world was coming to an end. Why were we so afraid of them, though?
I don't know.
The mask they were wearing, they were scary. They were scary. Yeah. I think we have a caller after, so I'll share my own story about that as well.
Good morning to you. Merry Christmas in advance. Thank you so much for joining us on the morning show. Tell us, what are your memories? Hello?
It's like sitting on the lines this morning or something.
Hello?
Okay, share the experience.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're going to the Western Region with my dad. We're very young. We're all in a car. He parked by the roadside and he got down to go and grab something. And immediately when these guys just popped up. And so they came and they were just coming towards the car and dancing around the car.
Would die that day.
So we just had to put the windows up.
Those were the rollers.
And they were just shaking the car and hitting the car this way. I just don't know. I think they were also fascinated about scaring children.
Yeah, they were very fascinated about that. They enjoyed doing that.
It was not pleasant at all. And when my dad walked up to us, he was just laughing.
We still see them on the streets, but I don't think the current children are afraid of them.
No, they are not. These kids are not afraid of anything, nothing at all. Nothing at all. But if you grew up in the Captain Planet days, Captain Planet, he's the hero. Gonna bring pollution down to zero. Somebody will ask Cookie, how old are you, Lord?
We have another call on the line.
Okay.
To you. Thank you so much for joining us. Merry Christmas in advance to you.
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas in advance to you, sir.
Thank you, and same.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, my name is William, calling from Akumadan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what I can remember about Christmas was that those days when it's Christmas Day, my mom would prepare food and then we'll be sharing the food, send this one to this person.
Yeah.
So they'll share the food, and the same way other parents also will prepare and bring the food. So, but at times we get angry because by the time they finish sharing the food, we'll not even get.
Yes, and it was in the Abrochurch Chensing.
And also we go out as children and play.
Oh, yeah.
And it was in the Abrochurch Chensing, my boy. The food was served in the Abrochurch Chensing. Do you remember?
Hello?
The food those times, the food was served in Abrochurch Chensing. You remember those bowls that they used to serve the food in? Near the two baskets, near the napkin, akataso.
Oh, cookie.
I'm such an old soul. Na sache zinu unim na se ebo. Na ehun waya. Oh my goodness. Stop.
Anyway. Well, I mean, another dimension, you know, more ideas keep coming. Let's talk about movies now. Home Alone. Home Alone.
Our neighbors will show it again this year.
Yes, they will.
How many times have they shown that movie?
They actually published it.
That they will show it
last week, or 2 weeks ago.
That they will show Home Alone.
Your favorite time has come for Home Alone.
Yeah. I mean, I loved Home Alone a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It was always a reminder. You see, that's why a lot has changed these days.
Now, Jesus film.
Oh yeah. I asked for it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, why did you
because
like it?
I always knew how it was going to end.
Yeah, because you know the story already.
And I always be sad at the end.
Mary was going around looking for a place. No, Joseph actually was looking for a place for Mary, and then finally I said, "Moe bigu baby."
I was always sad. Always at the end, especially when the arrest is done and they are taking him away and they are equipping him. It always made me so sad as a boy. Yeah.
Listen, Jules Dachi Sesu says, "Good morning, my beautiful Crash Fukiti and your crew." Okay, actually, everything about Christmas has changed. I remember Jolly Juice.
Yes.
Jolly Juice.
Yeah, it was in the paper.
Yes.
Small paper. Yes,
and Piccadilly biscuits given to us by our parents as we, the children, build houses with palm branches. It was really, really fun in those times. What's really fun about Christmas these days? What do the kids do?
They play games and
these days they
watch movies.
Yeah, these days they go to the mall a lot. I remember last year Christmas I went to the West Hills Mall and there were just so many people around there. Oh, that is Home Alone.
That's Home Alone. Yeah, Home Alone is so great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This boy, very popular in our time.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember his face. I used to dream about him all the time.
Because you had a crush on him?
No, I didn't have a crush or anything, but Michelle son. So he became one of our siblings in our house. Every day, I don't remember his name anymore, but yes, Kevin. Yeah. Anyway, call us. Let's know what.
I think that you see the movie producers, they knew we loved the movie. They made various parts. I think it goes all the way to about part 4 or even 5 thereabout. I mean, they just kept making different versions. I mean, about a boy who had been left home for Christmas and the parents had traveled and he had to deal with all those issues. He was like a childhood hero who only popped up during Christmas. Yeah. Then beyond this one to there were other movies. There were lots of other movies that had Santa in there, here and there, and that's movies that had Santa. At home, did you used to have a Christmas tree?
Yes.
Okay,
it was a must.
We used to have a Christmas tree, and there was something I used to do. You know the boxes, like this one here. I think I can pick this one. This one. Yeah.
You were so mischievous. What do you used to do?
You know, all the Christmas movies I used to watch, they go to bed, and when they are asleep, Santa comes and drops the boxes there. Then in the morning, they wake up and open it.
Okay. Yeah.
So when they bring the Christmas tree, I was so curious about whether it's a gift box as well.
Okay.
And my mom, they were constantly telling us not to open it.
So
but I was always curious. So one time, very late, when everyone was asleep, I just went close. I took the box and I opened it. But the way I opened it, it was such that you can't close it back again.
Wow, it
was not theft, it was curiosity. I mean, that's what we're seeing in the movies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you couldn't seal it back the way it was?
Yeah, but that's 2 steps ahead. Let's go 1 step back. Okay. When I opened it, there was nothing inside. What we were seeing in the movies was not...
But this one, is there something inside?
We'll have to... I think let me.
It feels a bit light.
No,
it feels a bit light.
No,
maybe that checks inside.
No. What's here? Don't plant ideas in my head.
No, I'm just checking.
Don't plant ideas. I'll come back later on and check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Maybe did you used to do exchange of gifts?
Yes,
Sunday school.
Yes. Yeah.
Listen, I'll go out of my way, get the best of gifts for whoever's name I picked. I always got the last one. I got a Igbe biscuit. Yeah, the last one. I got a Igbe biscuits. I don't remember those times. Also, I don't know if you remember. There used to be some gift packs, but could be nice a handkerchief 6 and a woman, not perfume. Listen, I used to use my susu money to buy for whoever I'll pick. And my mother used to sew at the time, so if I picked a female, I knew who it was. And my mother was so talented. So she knows.
Design.
Package the ribbon na bosso. Then you do one my malt.
It's those who are picking your name. You can't forgive them.
No, that's like, you cannot forgive such a thing. How do I go out of my way to make you feel special? Now me want my Igbe biscuits in the malt. Say all those people, I don't know. Many sure say it's your muye. Many sure because to me bomb it body say no, it's not possible. But anyway, let's get into what we are discussing this morning for the big issue. Is there another caller on the line?
Yes, there is.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hello, good morning. Hey, and the Santa lines
our lines are not helping.
Hello, good morning. Oh, too bad.
But there's a quick message from Stephen Penwa. Good morning, Joe, B, and Cookie Cash. You ladies are looking...
Cash, money, cookie. Today, I may not be able to give cash out because we haven't gone over the lineup. But at 9 o'clock, we are going to be going straight to the conference center to bring you the Diaspora Summit. So even if I want to dash you money, I won't have the time to be able to do so. So I'm packing all of it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday especially, you need to be... Listen, Wednesday, do you know how much I want to give on Wednesday?
How much
I
are
want
you
to give like 50K.
That's 25th. You were considering... you were considering...
Yes, so Wednesday is 24.
Yeah.
Me person 50K na many so, but if they encourage me, I don't even know, I could probably go more.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for the Christmas jackpot next week, Wednesday. I want to give out a lot of money. So maybe between 25K and 50K, I will decide.
Let me finish his message. He says, tell your hubbies to come and add something more to the bride price, please.
Who is there?
Yeah. Because we know just too much. Okay. From back in the day, but I don't know. Beatrice, I don't know about. I'm not married though. I'm still waiting. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. If you're not married, then please open up. No. Akabele said we are doing something next year. It's okay. So am I off the market?
Yours is on the 14th. So you are.
Am I off? No, I'm not off the market yet. No. Akabele, I know him. Akabele,
But said this time, he said it on live TV.
No. Akabele, forget.
No, but
Shadi,
the statement you made. No, I want clarity to it.
What was
the
it?
earlier statement? It was a renewal.
So it means you're already married.
That's the point. You can't renew what has happened
but if
already.
the woman is saying you are not married, then
you can't renew what has happened already.
Yes, good morning. Another call. Don't let the caller vanish, please. Hello, good morning, caller. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, Lloyd, calling from Abokobi.
Abdullahi?
Lloyd, calling from Abokobi.
Oh, Lloyd Banks. Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm so much excited.
I can imagine.
Merry Christmas. We could see you done so well.
Oh, thank you.
Your crew.
Thank you.
TV3, God will bless you. My station has never been changed since I bought my TV.
Thank you.
Always, I decided to wait to listen to your program before I set off to work.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that.
Bless all of you for the Christmas you are doing for Mata Ghana.
Amen.
The only thing I remember about Christmas was when we were young. We normally used to fill our mother's matches for those small gowns we've been manufacturing. I quite remember one day I saw my mom matches, went and used everything, and they caught me and they beat me up. Since then, I stopped doing that. So anytime there is Christmas, I always remember that. But now, everything is common. We have gowns, knockouts, and all those things.
Yeah,
so we thank God how far you have brought us.
Amen.
Technology has actually changed a lot of things.
It has.
God richly bless each and everyone. I wish all Ghanaians Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you as well.
So much.
And thank you for always choosing TV3. You heard what he said. His channel has never changed ever since he bought his TV.
Wow.
We really appreciate you. There are many people like that.
They should all continue to stay with the best.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your patronage. We don't take it for granted. Yes, we do know that we are the best, but we can never be the best without you.
Indeed.
So thank you very, very much for making us number one. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, we posted on our social media platform recently somebody who decorated his whole roof in TV3.
Wow. There's actually a video they put on the page this morning. Someone, I think in Spain, he saw a signpost that had TV3 on it. Yeah, he went like, they are the best, like more
Wow. I see.
But you know, somebody has sent a message. Oh no, actually, when this person was talking, do you remember the long gum? It used to be pink with this.
Yes,
I've forgotten the name.
Well, I don't remember the name, but it had questions in it, right?
Yes,
it had questions on the wrapper. It had questions on it.
No, it's not robots.
Yeah. But you remember it was
I'm sure someone will send it. I mean, someone will send it.
Yeah,
I always used to. You unwrap it, then you read the questions. They were always riddles. A lot of people didn't know the answer. If you turn it upside down, you see the answer.
And then later on, they used to put stickers in it. Into their friend chungon photo.
Yes,
chungon photo. How did we even say chungon? I mean,
I don't know.
Chewing gum, and we said chungon.
And then even I think Fanta and Coca-Cola too had some prizes in the cover. How do you call it?
Countess.
So you pick, but I think I won a few times.
It's definitely not Countess. Please forgive us if you are watching us and you are learning. It's definitely not Countess.
Yeah, I won a few times. So you go buy it, and then when you get it, you go back to the person, and then you get one.
Lose the caller.
Okay, let's go to the caller now. Go on into here. Thank you so much for joining us. Merry Christmas to you in advance. Please tell us, what are your memories? Share with us.
What's the Countess?
Good morning, Kukuti, Beatrice, and Aka.
Good morning.
Yeah. Those kids of this new generation are missing a lot. Well, I don't know whether it's the modernization that we are getting or what, but believe me, they are missing a lot. I can remember those days, those popular toffees we used to call Alewa.
Alewa, black and white.
Alewa. Those days it was difficult for you to get any toffee apart from Alewa.
Yeah.
And getting that toffee was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
And I still remember early mornings they will be playing Christmas songs everywhere. You go to any house, definitely you hear Christmas songs. But nowadays, it's very silent. I don't know whether they have forgotten Christmas or yeah.
A lot of things have changed.
These new generations, they have to reflect back. They have to ask questions for the older ones to teach them. If not, in fact, Omo may see a lot. Good morning once again. And Beatrice,
Sansuma. Thank you.
You say ACA.
ACA, yes.
ACA.
ACA. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We love you guys a lot.
Thank you so much.
Cookie, I've been asked to tell you that it's called bottle cap.
Bottle cap. Countess.
Yes,
that's
why we call it countess.
But it's called bottle cap.
Then there was this game that we used to play as well. We turn it. No, with the countess. We do it like this.
Yeah. You flip it.
Yeah, it's called countess.
I remember something.
But what I remember was, they used to, of course, they still come in crate.
Right.
So I won a few times where when you see the price, you go back and they give you either toffee or they will give you one bottle of Coca-Cola.
You cut it and you find something.
Yes.
Well, I don't remember us ever finding anything in it.
No,
I think time just ran very fast.
Wow. Yeah. Where did the time go?
Yeah. There's a message from Isaac Hughes, Western region. He says, good morning, Beatrice. You're taking us way back in time. I recall the time we saved money, put together, and my friends and I within my area will either cook or buy stuff and we'll eat together. There were times we'll keep vigil on 24th December till midnight 25th. During 24th night, firecrackers will rain. We make noise till 25th. Wow. We enjoyed Christmas during our times in the late 80s through to the 90s.
Wow.
Yes.
Another caller on the line. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for joining us here on TV3 Newday.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Audrey. I'm calling from Tabora.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to say God bless TV3 and God bless all the staff over there for such a wonderful work that you've been doing every morning. So for me, I would say when I was young, I remember we used to dress up after church. We dress up in the afternoon, move from house to house. And the best dressed among us usually gets more gifts than the others.
Wow.
And there's something that is so funny that when I tell my friends, they used to laugh at me. When I was young, when my dad brings chicken to the house for Christmas, when everybody's asleep, for me, I would tell them I want to sleep with the chicken.
Why?
Because I feel like I was just so happy Christmas has come. So but all this has changed, and I think this generation actually are missing a lot.
Yes, they
are. They all go by more. My 5-year-old son go like, Daddy, take me to the mall,
Yeah.
And if you don't take me to the mall, Charlie, we'll keep you there. So I think in our days it was very fun when Christmas came. Sometimes even the breeze is from an airboat crown.
Hey, different.
Yeah, the breeze.
Nancy like, from an embobium.
Yeah, going from an airboat. But I mean, I don't know, but all the same, I mean, we still celebrate Christmas.
It is well. Enjoy Christmas with your family. Thank you also for your patronage. We don't take it for granted at all. Thank you. And
there's this message that has been sent by Ralph. He says, you see, the world has changed drastically and trust has become an issue. And now you can't trust your own brother or sister. So how can you trust someone who brings you food or any goodies? Can you imagine Christmas will not be the same again? That is coming from Ralph.
It will not be the same.
Someone sent something too about another thing that we used to do. You remember the balloons? You go and buy the balloon, you pay and you pick a number. But when I grew older, I found out that the balloon sellers, this morning I'm taking you all on. Apparently, they take out the number that has the biggest balloon. You were just we're just wasting our time buying and picking numbers whilst the biggest balloon number was not in it.
So it was deliberate. That's what we never got.
The bigger one was always hanging there.
Yeah, always. But
we were picking all around it.
Yeah,
that's what they were doing.
There's a message from, okay, let's go to the last caller perhaps before we read the messages. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Merry Christmas to you in advance. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Please tell us your name.
Where are the women, though?
Yeah.
My name is Papani, speaking from Yeji.
Papani?
Yes, sir.
Ofane wa ye jogba ni bohun.
You are Dromo Jogba.
What are you machine?
First of all, please, this day I don't see John Hughes.
He's on break. He's on leave at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's
my
on
prayers
leave.
for him and all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my fond memory concerning Christmas was those days that we go for palm branches to create a shed, put some corners in it, then we play around it. And then there was this cap, like a cone of paper.
Ah, the cone. Yeah, the Christmas cone.
Yes, that was what the 24th song showed.
Maybe say, who now the Humana shall say. Yeah.
And that of the Kakamu to be a woman with your mom.
We remember.
Oh,
Are you still on the line?
Yes, thank you so much. Let me read this message from Simon Yenwa. He says, good morning, Beatrice, Cookie, and Akable. Let me wish you people in the studio and the rest of the crew a Merry Christmas. Christmas has actually transformed over the years. He's taking us back to the 60s. He says in our secondary school days in the 60s, we used to organize ourselves into groups and farm for money and throw parties.
Oh, wow.
I remember that we struggled to secure the 4-battery Akasanuma tape to provide music.
Wow.
We all numbering more than 12 would gather in one house with our girlfriends, sleep together in one room, danced and enjoyed our rice and soup and pito because the thought of beer was a dream.
Aziz Dollar says, 9 years without changing my channel on TV3, I think I need one of the beautiful ladies at Media General as an award. Aziz Dollar.
Oh, pricey.
There's one pretty lady at the newsroom of 3FM. She was introduced to me by Johnny M62s. Who could that be? Aziz Dollar. Aziz Dollar. Aziz Dollar. Yo.
How did this message get through the system?
Can you imagine?
Your message will not come in.
Can you imagine? And he insisted that Cookie T read my message.
This is the last time. Your message will not come in.
But Aziz, how are you loving somebody else and you are expecting a Christmas gift from your Simamane Christmas gift? Go and collect it from your crush. Go and collect it from your crush.
Kwamina Acidity, very short message. He says, good morning, Beatrice. Yesterday I have Original Minister Honorable roadmap for economic growth. Okay, so he's just wishing the minister well. But as we talk about Christmas, remember that there's a world-class university right here in Ghana, Rosebank International University, a strong South African university and a brand of the ADV Tech Group, Africa's largest private education provider, with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTEC in Ghana, City Guild UK, and Casicom Cambridge Studio. At Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration, MBA, Master of Science, and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, and many more. We offer hospitality and culinary arts, available at diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels. Remember, our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial or Perbia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens. And of course, we're back with the big issue.
The Christmas
Yes.
Last week, when we were going for the break,
right.
you said that I'm on the quad bike. Someone cut that part.
The quad bike?
Yes, you said when we come back from the break, Akable will be on the quad bike.
On the quad bike, because
the person cut that part and sent it and said, what was the conversation about? So you want to send us on a break in a different style this time around?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a break right here on TV3 Newday. When we come back, Akable will be in the driver's seat this time, not the quad bike. I'm giving you listen, I'm giving you an SUV this time around. Is it a Land Cruiser you want?
Yeah,
a Land
I can work with that, yeah.
Yes, 2026
Oh, wow.
Land Cruiser. That's the one that I'm giving you, and then your guest can be in the back, and then you'll be driving them. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Why would we live in any
Thank you for staying with us right here on TV3 Newday. It's always a pleasure to bring you the big issue here, and good appreciation going out to all of you who called, particularly to share your Christmas experiences with us. A lot of you are still sending your messages talking about it. A lot of you are saying that we've actually reminded you of how Christmas looked like when you were growing up. I mean, that's how things were in times past. But I don't think we should be too hard on how things are now. I think every generation and how they mark special events, and it's the form that it has taken now. Because I'm sure if Uncle Kwame Janto was here, you'd have told us how things looked in the 60s and 70s, which would be completely different from how things looked in the 80s, 90s, the early 2000s, and now the post-2010 eras for how things look. So it's all about eras and how things look. But thank you so much for staying with us and sending your messages. We can now have a conversation on the issues surrounding the possible extradition of Ken Ofori-Atta into the country. I say possible because the formal request has been submitted, and that sets in motion a number of events that will take place, and I'll walk you through that shortly. But first, I want us to take a listen to the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akrotinga-Ayini, as he addressed the news conference yesterday, and he touched on what the process that the AG's office had gone through. We'll bring you that clip quite shortly. But let me introduce you to my guest in the studio. Abraham Amaleba is Director General, National Road Safety Authority. He's a legal practitioner, also a member of the National Democratic Congress. AB, it's good to have you join us as always. And Cookie says I should find out from you how your memories of Christmas. I shared a lot of memories. I talked about the movies, the biscuits we used to eat, and all those things. So what was Christmas like? Where were you spending Christmas normally? And don't say you're not spending Christmas. There was always Christmas in one form or the other.
Cookie says you should ask me. You don't have a mouth, so
yes.
I have the mouth. You cannot ask me.
I have the mouth. I have a different question for you after you are done answering this one.
Well, Christmas during those days was a period that we all looked forward to. There were two periods or two occasions, or I don't know, but if I finish, you may put it rightly, that I could get free things from my father. Christmas was one. The second is if I come home and say, the school says we should bring this, then he will give me. These are the two things. The school says we should bring a duster. The school says we should buy this book. So, to be honest, sometimes, because I need some money, I have to do that and get some money. He's listening. He's 80-something years old. So these are the two periods. In between was challenges, and he will not give you everything. But today I understand. You know, today I understand that you don't need to pamper a child to an extent that he cannot stand on his own. So I'm grateful, but it was a period that we looked up to. The only thing I didn't want was this tailors. These tailors. You know, during that period, there's so much work for them. Now, there was one occasion, this tailor kept saying that, oh, you'll get it before 22nd. 24th, 12 o'clock, midday, I got there. The dress was not so.
I can assure you they have not changed. They have not changed.
So the tailors were the problem, but it was a nice occasion we all looked up to.
My question to you, Road Safety Authority, I mean, around this festival period, what's the strategy, what's the message? We know there are a lot of accidents sometimes around this period, and that can be worrying.
Yeah, this year has been a difficult one. We have recorded more than 2,000 deaths on our roads. The problem in this country is that we don't value road traffic crashes as compared to how we value air crashes. We don't, and yet road traffic crashes claim more lives. These over 2,000 would have meant that, you know, the number of planes that should have fallen from the sky. Yes. Yeah. These 2,000 who perish, you need about 5 jumbo jets to fall to get that. But we don't value it and we don't provide resources to ensure that we are able to keep our roads safe. What I want to tell drivers, commercial drivers particularly, is that there is no gift you can give to your family. Forget about the yams you buy and go and give them. Christmas, New, bro. The most valuable gift you can give to your family is to return home safely. Drivers, listen to me. Because even when you buy those things, you even die on the road and you don't get to your parents, your family members. So arriving safely is the most valuable gift you can give to your. Forget about the passengers who are there and you want to go around quickly and come and pick them. There's life after the passengers. And for those who are in the vehicles, that's the passengers, politely draw the attention of the driver. And you see, I have to use the word politely. Because if you also don't do it well, it will generate some reaction. Politely. And there are also some people within the truck, the bus, who would normally kick against such suggestions.
Yes, yes.
I think majority of Ghanaians know that if you are driving carelessly, we all know. So there are more good people in the buses than bad people. And in society, there are more good than bad. It's just that we have allowed the bad people to be loud. So team up and get the driver to obey the rules. If not, when you get to the next police station, you report the driver.
Okay.
Because life is very key.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also joining us in the studio this morning, Austin Bracco Powers. He's a legal practitioner. Austin, good morning to you and thank you for joining us. Christmas memories briefly.
I think just 2 days ago, a colleague of mine, a senior, Michael Akosa, and I were reflecting on what Christmas used to be like in the past. And for me, it was the opportunities and the treats, Christmas afforded us. You get the opportunity to visit relatives whom you've not seen for several, maybe months. Also get the opportunity to eat rice with chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
These are moments, that continue to stick with me. And I don't know today, but today, chicken is common, rice is common. We only say thank you to God for this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Ebu Bakman is Deputy Communications Director, United Party. Ebu, I'm sure you were spending Christmas in Cape.
Yeah. Let me say, even before I go to Christmas issue, today, today I'm in black.
Yeah.
From here, I'll be going to Burma Camp for the funeral of the young private soldier who died while working with NIMOS.
Oh, okay.
He died in the line of duty, calling Safo Japan. We'll be joining, we'll be condoling with the family, with the military, and with the NIMOS, particularly Kanabua and his team. And so from here, we are going to join them. But Christmas, in those days, you have, when it's your birthday, you get opportunity to have one egg on a top. And that could be the only egg for the year, if you are not fortunate. And Christmas will also give you opportunity to also have chicken. And there's not this false chicken. That one is the fiakoko one, the proper one. You get opportunity to. But you see, something happened. I was just telling Prophet Power something that happened. I remember, Christmas, your parents will get you a new dress. So,
matching dress.
Yes, I was taken to a tailor for dress. I was supposed to go with my brother, my senior brother, who comes before me. And mistakenly, when we got to the tailor, my senior sister, who took us there, mistakenly told the tailor that I was, of the two, I'm the elder. And so the man measured me and used me as a yardstick
to project
to do my brother's measurement. And when they brought the dresses, of course, they have to give the big one to my senior brother and the small one to me. The one that was given to my senior brother did not fit him. The one that was given to me did not fit me. If mine was the one with the senior brother, my senior brother said never.
He doesn't always give it to you if it's not fitting.
No, if he gives it to me, it means I will be the only person to wear it.
And he will not have.
Yeah, so that year, we didn't wear anything. Even though I had a dress there, that fits me. But because of that mistake, it was something that I always remember. And so it was, Christmas was always, those of us who were close to, who lived along the beaches, we'll go and cut this coconut branches to do Christmas house or Christmas burden and be putting some 1 or 2 things in it and be enjoying in it. It was fun. Some of these things, some of the things we had in those days, I don't see them these days. Kids of today,
a lot has changed. Also joining us in the studio, as always, Professor Enoch Opoku-Entry, Ohio and Wisconsin and UCC, Cape Coast and Koforidua. Prof. Akwaba.
Okay. Why do you mention Cape Coast all the time?
Prof said Prof called UCC.
Me too. I went to Lagos, but you didn't say Accra. You always put me. You leave me at Cape Coast.
Proper Cape Coast. Proper Cape Coast or local school. Prof.
I'm Cape Town guy. So I have 3 mixed feelings for Christmas. The first 12 years of my life, I'm an Adventist, and Seventh-day Adventist, we don't celebrate Christmas. So my father would say, no Christmas for you. And I remember when I was 12 years, I decided to celebrate Christmas myself for the first time. So I had to go get a land and weed some, and plant corn, maize. And then I harvested it.
Preparation for the Christmas.
Yes, I harvested it, and then I had to do everything and give the money to my father. We were at Abuabo number 4, 7 kilometers away from the Mahinkro. So my father went and bought, I remember very well because that's the only dress that I had for Christmas. A red, it was tight on the tie, and then, baggy on the down. Yes. And then there was the shirt was red and white that I had to put on it. And then we had one Taki Polo, the rubber shoe with the, some stocks at the down. That was, and I made sure through the town of Abuabo number 4, and Abuabo number 4, Nana Okujietu is listening to me. I went there recently and we talked about that. I made sure to walk through the town so that everybody will see that Maspoti. That is the only time I remember of Christmas. Then when I moved to Koforidua after that, every Christmas we go to Bunsu Cocoa College because Seventh-day Adventists, we don't celebrate Christmas. So we go on camp meetings and then we do a lot of youth, hiking and all sort of things. So we stay away from Christmas. Then growing up and having my own children, I realized that they also celebrate Christmas different. Now they send me all their list, Christmas list, which is very interesting. Now this is my Christmas list. They don't negotiate. Then when we go to the shops, they pick this spot and other places that are expensive. The boy will go and pick things for the girl that the girl will not see, and the girl will also pick things for the boy. So they hide it. And then they will package it and put it under the Christmas tree. Then they will also get mine. So the day of Christmas, everybody will go and open their gift box, and then I will see that I've received something. The first time they did it, I cried. Because that was my first time of celebrating Christmas and being recognized. So I have mixed feelings about Christmas, but it's a great event that we can all get families together. I want to add to what AB said. If you drink, don't drive, please. And if you are driving, please make sure you don't drink. We all need to alight safely in our various places.
But there are speed limits, so I want to send these speed limits out.
Okay.
And you must drive within the limits. On highways, you go 90 kilometers per hour. On the motorway, you go 100 kilometers per hour. In settlements, as you drive on and then you get to settlements, yours is 50 kilometers per hour. And then when you are around hospitals, schools, funeral grounds, you go 30 kilometers per hour. If we abide by this.
It should be fine.
It'll be fine,
yeah.
yes.
I mean, no matter what the situation is, if the pace is not too fast,
what about these big bumps that we have everywhere?
There are speed ramps to
People
check.
are doing their own ramps.
Those ones
Some
are
of
not.
them, I think the problem is the ones that the communities put up themselves. Because the signage is not there, so they just pop up.
This is also because of the fact that we build our roads without factoring road safety.
Okay.
From day one, you must factor road safety.
Okay.
But we'll finish building. Then now the community would agitate. You may not go. They think that you are delaying. Then they'll mount it. But from day one, and I've written to the roads minister to say that road safety is key. At the planning stage, road safety must be part of it.
Okay.
So, I don't know, but me, I've said my own.
That's right. Thank you very much, and thanks for sharing your Christmas memories with us. Merry Christmas in advance to all our viewers across the country. You've been staying with us the entire year, and for some of you, someone sent a message earlier on. He said 9 years. Some said more than 9 years. Thank you so much for staying with us. Merry Christmas in advance, especially to Alex Martinson, Citizen Miracle. You're a lawyer as well. You're also a banker. Merry Christmas in advance to you. Let's zoom into the conversation now, and I want us to take a listen to the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayeni, when he addressed the press yesterday and gave an update on the current status of the Republic versus Ken Ofori-Atta, specifically with respect to getting Ken Ofori-Atta into the country.
You will recall that the Office of the Special Prosecutor investigated acts of corruption and corruption-related offenses by the former finance minister and his accomplices, and proceeded to file charges in the High Court of Justice against them. On November 19th, 2025, that is this year, my office received a formal request from the Office of the Special Prosecutor to initiate extradition proceedings for Kenneth Ofori-Atta and Ernest Darko Akore from the United States of America. Following a preliminary review, our International Cooperation Unit observed that certain aspects of the request required clarification and enhancements to align with the applicable legal and procedural requirements. We communicated these observations to the Office of the Special Prosecutor via a letter dated 25th November 2025 and requested supplementary documentation to ensure completeness. On December 9th, 2025, the Office of the Special Prosecutor provided the requested additional documentation and addressed the observations that we raised, thereby finalizing the extradition request packages. Subsequently, on December 10, 2025, my office transmitted the complete request to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for onward transmission to the competent authorities in the United States of America. That is, in this case, the Department of Justice of the United States. At this point, it is left to the American authorities, especially the judicial authorities, to make a determination on whether a sufficient basis exists for the two accused persons to be extradited to Ghana to stand trial.
And you heard the Attorney General make the point that at this stage it's left to the U.S. authorities. So what happens next? Let me walk you through some of the key steps that will be taking place now. And so first, there will be a Department of State review. The U.S. Department of State will review the request for formal sufficiency. They will check whether the required documents are available, the charges, the supporting evidence in conformity with the treaty would also be assessed as well. And then if there is any deficiency, they will return it to Ghana for clarification. Then the second step will be that the Department of Justice or the U.S. Attorney's Office, they will refer the case to the appropriate U.S. District Court where a complaint under the U.S. extradition law will be filed. Then a federal judge will conduct an initial extradition hearing to determine whether the person named is the one charged, that is to confirm the identity. They also check whether the offense is covered under the treaty, that is dual criminality, whether it's an offense here in Ghana and in the U.S. as well. There is probable cause to believe the person committed the said crimes. Then the hearing and judicial determination will also take place. The judge will determine if the requirements are met. The standard is generally probable cause. It's a lower threshold. Then the judge will decide whether to certify the case for the extradition. Then when the judicial decision is done, there's also a political angle to it. That is a decision of the Secretary of State The Secretary of State will make the final executive determination on whether the extradition should proceed, considering the assurances for Ghana on how this accused person will be treated, whether they'll get a fair trial, whether there is any humanitarian considerations that we'll have to take into account. And this is purely a discretionary diplomatic decision. Then finally, there is a possible legal challenge by the individual. And the Attorney General did indicate that Ken Ofori-Atta has hired some of the best attorneys in the US to fight this process. So we expect this legal challenge to take place right from the onset. The certification in the US court, they could appeal it or file a habeas corpus. They could also ask for the treaty to be interpreted, whether it is applicable to the facts at hand. They would also raise issues about the sufficiency of the evidence. They can also raise concerns about potential human rights abuses, due process, or political persecution. And we've seen some of the correspondence from Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers make reference to political persecution and human rights abuses. So that is a challenge that they could also lead to as well. Then finally will be the surrender and the transfer that will take place. The U.S. Marshals or the appropriate authority will physically surrender the individual to the Ghanaian officials or arrange law enforcement. And if you look at the timelines that we've been dealing with so far, in February 2025, the OSP declared Ken Ofori-Atta as a wanted man, and now we know that the formal request was submitted on 10th December 2025, and I've already touched on what happens next. So that gives you a sense of the fact that it's not a walk in the park necessarily, and there's a bit of a process that would have to take place as well. And let me go around the table now. Let me start with Abraham Amaliba, AB, right across me, and fair to say that we still have a long way to go, but some significant progress so far.
Yes, we have cleared 2 hurdles, and in your summary, you touch on some of them. First, and you didn't touch on that, and I now want to touch on some of them. There must be an extradition agreement between your country, where the fugitive fled from, to the country that you want them to surrender the person to you. And here, Ghana has an extradition treaty with the US. There's a 1960 extradition, people say 32, but there was a succession to this 32 in 1960. So
that's Act 22.
Yes, so 1960, yes. So we have. Then, you rightly indicated, the crime, the act that is being complained of in Ghana as a crime must also be a crime in the US. And I think that has also been dealt with, you know. Now, you must also charge, so the person must be an accused person or a convicted person, which means that he must be charged, or that trial has gone on and finally there has been some conviction. You know, at this point, when you certify all this, the Attorney General must now make a request, like you said, and must include all processes that would ensure that the U.S. authorities will have a look at it and determine. There mustn't be an inkling of political persecution. That is very important. It mustn't be a matter that would suggest that the person is being persecuted. So if it's on political grounds, they won't allow you to, he will not be returned. And I'm sure those are the areas that Ken will be raising. He will say it is political. And so, per the rules of natural justice also, he will be given his day in court. In Ghana is the district court, there too is the district court, but the federal judge will now determine the matters. Then, if the court certifies, you now spoke about the State Department will now determine all those matters. So, it's a long way. We've cleared 2 hurdles, or if not 3, because we have an extradition treaty. But, Ken, why did he enter the office with a criminal mind? Because I don't understand how, when government changed, he immediately left. Is it that when he was in office, he knew that he was not managing the affairs of state to the glory of the good people of Ghana. Because he said he was going for treatment. And now he's not coming. This is the first time a finance minister, or even, let's say in this Fourth Republic, a minister, after government has changed hands, has left the country and refuses to come for accountability. There were instances where ministers were even outside. But when they heard of their charges, they came voluntarily. Victor Selman. Even my own Chachu Chikata. He decided to come back and he was in church and they picked him up. Is that not it? Yeah. He could have also stayed away. So the question I'm asking is, did Ken know that all the things I am doing whilst in government are wrong against the people of this country? And why would anybody enter office with a criminal mind? We are aware of some of the things he did. The what Franklin Templeton things, the bond issues. And during those periods, we had people say that, oh, Ken was not taking salary. I say, look, if what we are hearing about bonds and his data bank is a transaction advisor and the amounts that are coming to him, what is a chicken change of salary? Who will be disturbing instead of taking salary? Then we heard about how insurance businesses meant for SIC were diverted to enterprise insurance. Clear case of conflict of interest. Clear case of abuse of power. So I don't know. And you see, Ken's thing is a worrying to me. It's worrying to me. Because this is a man who speaks softly. You will not attribute all these things to him. A man who is in white apparel. A man who will quote all the Bible verses. So you don't understand where, and a man who lives simple life. I think that, I don't know, but I'm not the Attorney General's party, but I think that I can see, because he didn't do these things alone, I'm sure. I can see organized crime, and Yoko can go into it. I can see corruption, and already SIS, Special Prosecutor, is dealing with it. The next step I want is for his properties, his assets to be frozen. Because the man is now using the returns of those investments to be fighting us in the UK. Which ordinary Ghanaian? In the US. Which ordinary Ghanaian, if is going to be extradited, can afford lawyers in the US? So he's using. Why don't you cut off the oxygen?
I mean, that if we should have done that, that should have been done like long ago.
Yeah. But I'm bringing it out. Because for Iyoko, when you can show in your charges that the proceeds were used to acquire or whatever it is, you can freeze. There's a freezing order. The same provision is in SOP. Freezing order. It is possible to do that. So, me, I've said it.
I mean, your questions about why he's not coming back and whether he entered public office with a mindset, are those questions not addressed by the key facts that we know, that facts that are not consistent with someone who is fleeing, someone who is traveling and he notifies exiting chief of staff, incoming chief of staff, that I'm traveling, I'm going for medical treatment. Is that not a key fact that should put us to rest, that when he was leaving, at least that was not with the mindset of running away?
So then now, we need you. You are not coming. You say you are sick. We've seen you and your wife walking briskly You see, I've used the word briskly. That's not a sick person who walks that way. Walking briskly in the US. So, I don't know. But you see, we run an executive president. I can't see how Nana Akufo-Addo, all the things he was doing, did not have blessing from Nana Akufo-Addo. Today, Atu Forsen cannot do things John Mahama will not be aware of. I think that with an executive presidency, I'll finish.
let me come to Ebo before I go to Austin and Ebo. There's a part of a subtle point that I read in the AB submission. There's the possibility that if the state fails to extradite Ken Ofori-Atta, there's a certain standard that now may potentially become the norm. You'd have individuals who serve in public office, and when government's about to change hands, they are just going to leave the country. I mean, some individuals may not even take public office that have requirements of dual citizenship, so they may still be dual citizens, hold those offices, and just close to elections, they'll just leave the country. And that will become a worrying trend. We will not be able to hold people accountable.
Yes, if we succeed in this fight, this extradition will become accountability tool that could be used to deter others who would want to follow the footsteps of Ken Ofori-Atta. But if we should fail, then corruption will become exportable. And so that is why we should not fail in this fight. It's a shame. It's a shame. Nana Akufo-Addo should bow his head in shame. Afenyo Makin, who told us that Ken Ofori-Atta will return and even gave us the date of his return, must also bow his head in shame. And the MPP people must bow their head in shame, especially their leadership in parliament who are making noise, who are even asking the Greek minister and other people to resign because they were not in parliament to answer questions. The land minister to resign because of the withdrawal of the lithium agreement. This, you see, the leadership. When about 80-something MP said Ken was mismanaging this economy, Ken was not doing the right thing, and that Ken should resign, none of the current leadership of MPP in parliament supported them. You see, it's a shame. It's a shame. And this, you see, this will leave an indelible stain on integrity of MPP and on even the reputation of the family, Ken Ofori-Atta's family. That for the first time, a former finance minister, has run away. In fact, he has run away from accountability and justice. And that we have to spend money to bring him. I mean, this is so bad. And it's a defining moment for us. We should fight this and win this fight if we're going to fight against corruption and succeed. Because we have no option, my brother. We are living in a country that is so battered, a country that has suffered from corrupt leaders. I mean, travel around the country, you see innumerable images of poverty. Sometimes, even in Accra, don't go beyond even Accra. Go to certain parts of Accra. You see poverty, you see images of poverty. The higher corruption, the higher you have corruption, the higher your poverty level. That is what is happening. That's a direct relationship between corruption and poverty. An inverse one between corruption and development. That is why we are suffering as a nation. And someone who was in charge of our finances, I mean, this is the man who nearly collapsed NIB. Intentionally, he wanted to collapse NIB so that they could buy it. As AB said, this is the man who diverted states. I mean, I listened to the Nakumia, who is also making noise out today, supporting Baumia. I listened to him. He said he was going for a loan from a Greek bank. And he was told, because he was in charge of STC, he was told the only way they would give him the loan was if he had brought enterprise insurance as a guarantee or something like that. So without enterprise insurance, he was not going to get a loan. Can you imagine? And this man was the finance minister. Anytime we took loan, this man benefited. And we kept quiet as a nation. You see, their trick, Nana Akufo-Addo gave us free SHS. And they were stealing more than that. He said, I'm not going to take my salary. And he was stealing more than that.
I mean, all those allegations that...
they were stealing.
Yeah, I mean, but at this stage, there are allegations.
You see, as for you, the lawyers, we will speak our language, you understand. They were stealing. He stole. He plundered the state and he has run away.
Allegedly, and all those are matters that will be...
Okay, if you want to use a legal word, allegedly, if that's what you want. You see, I think we should be serious about fighting corruption. That is why I don't want us to fail with this oral thing.
I mean, but you made reference to the former president, Nana Akufo-Addo, and a couple of days ago, there was a story that claimed that he had considered approaching the president to seek the assurances of the safe passage of Ken Ofori-Atta. His office actually issued a statement, and I just want to read a part of it to you. It says, as a firm believer in democratic tenets, Nana Akufo-Addo's fidelity to the rule of law has never been in question. It is true that the fate of Mr. Ofori-Atta is of considerable concern to the former president because, after all, apart from Mr. Ofori-Atta being his cousin, more importantly, he was the Minister for Finance in both governments of his mandate. But that concern does not extend to wanting to interfere with the rule of law. Hopefully, this sets the record straight on this particular matter. That's the position of...
But they did it together. They did it together.
They did what together?
Or whatever Ken Ofori-Atta did, but Nana Akufo-Addo knew about it. You see, why are you playing the ostrich? These people, I told you, these people had a plan. They had a game plan. In fact, a family member, I'm disclosing this today. A family member, a very close family member told me, he said after 2020 elections, Ken Ofori-Atta left this country for some time. He went to one of the islands in the world, and that is why he plotted how they were going to loot this country.
I mean, those are serious
yes, I'm saying, I'm disclosing this. It's a, yes, I'm saying it's an allegation. I'm saying that a family member told me. Okay. And so let's not play ostrich. These people had a plan to come and loot. They've looted this country. They've destroyed this country. If he's not done anything, it should come. I've told you. You see, until you appreciate what poverty is doing to people. Until you see children lying on the floor, bare floor. Until you see children learning under trees. Until you see road accidents because of poor nature of our road. Until you see youth becoming hopeless because of unemployment. You would want to joke with some of these things. It's so serious a problem that we've given you a mandate. You are managing our finances. You had control. People had to come and beg before you could pay contractors, before you pay them. You had all these powers. You finished, then you've run away. Now the country will have to now engage in legal battles before you come to your own country. I have said it, and let me repeat it here. So long as that man remains abroad, MPP must remain in opposition. Ghanaians, let's be serious. And it's so sad you hear that they want to come back to power. If they don't bring that man, the party must remain in opposition.
Okay.
And let's be serious about it. We can't destroy this country in the name of political parties.
Okay. All right.
Because my children may not do politics, but they must succeed in this country, not because their father is a politician, but because leaders have charted a path for them to follow and succeed. That is the kind of country we want to build. And that is why Ken Ofori-Atta must come. We should do whatever. And you see, let's not... OSP, who is supposed to freeze his assets? If it is your call, let's begin to freeze the assets. My brothers, let's be serious. I've seen poverty before. So when I speak, I appreciate it. I've seen poverty before.
That's why they show the Christmas very differently.
Yes! I've seen poverty before.
Let me welcome into the conversation Manasseh Azuria Winnie. Manasseh Azuria Winnie is an investigative journalist. You all know Manasseh. Manasseh, good morning.
Good morning, Joseph.
Yes, Manasseh, I'll come to you shortly. Just hold on a bit for me, just for a couple of minutes. Let me come to Austin in the studio here. And Austin, for you, the lawyers, and I always make reference to this point by the former Auditor General that corruption always fights back. I mean, for you, the lawyers, I mean, if you were handling Oforiatta's brief, obviously you'll be fighting this. I mean, you'll be fighting this all the step. There's no way any lawyer who has received instructions from Oforiatta, his first instinct will be that come to Ghana. You always want to question every stage of the process. The longer it drags, more billable hours for you, it also means that he's not coming down and he's living his life.
Joseph, I don't think that's the case. The case is whether or not the extradition process is legitimate and valid. And I think you set the ground rule. While legal basis exists for extradition between Ghana and US, I think successfully extraditing Ken Ofori-Atta would require surmounting significant legal, political, and procedural hurdles. I don't see it. And I shudder to say the AG will struggle to extradite Ken Ofori-Atta to this country. And here's a deal. Don't forget that, as well articulated, extradition process is a well-circumscribed legal process, hinging on key principles and key entrenched principles of international and domestic laws, including AB hinted at the principle against political persecution or persecution, and we also have the non-discrimination. Joe, this case, this is a high-profile extradition case involving a former finance minister, in fact, a central figure in the previous administration. Ordinarily, this case will attract significant and intense attention in the US. And key questions like the motive, prosecutorial fairness, and political neutrality will come in. And compounding this challenge, or these challenges, are the persistent prejudicial public commentaries by both the Attorney General and the Special Prosecutor on this very matter.
No, say that again.
You see, such remarks, Joe, such remarks risk undermining Ghana's credibility as a requesting state. Don't forget.
But why is it? Why is it stated that those remarks can be a barrier?
No, he's making a point about the point on the political persecution angle that you even made reference to, and he's saying that they have made comments that he thinks are prejudicial, which could feed into their body of evidence to make the case that it's a political witch hunt. I guess I captured that right.
Is that what?
Yes.
No. That's not what. What will be used to determine is the documentation that will accompany the request.
But the lawyers will be making the positions as well. You can make a point.
No, the documentation is basic.
There's nothing wrong with an Attorney General who believes in his case and says that I am going to ensure that this person comes home.
Maybe just hold on for me.
Joseph,
I don't get it.
Joseph, submitting the request, which entails submitting the relevant documents, it's just a fundamental, the basic. It does not presuppose that, or does not guarantee you having a smooth sail with the extradition process, or it doesn't guarantee a straightforward exercise. I'm saying that extradition process across the world, that process is circumscribed, and matters such as principles against political persecution are high on the decks of both extradition court and executive authority in the US. They take such matters seriously. And I'm saying that looking at the prejudicial commentaries by the Attorney General and the Special Prosecutor on such issue, I don't think they will have a straightforward exercise in extraditing Ken Ofori-Atta to this country. And that is it. And this should not be seen as Ken not wanting to come to Ghana. I think we should rather ask ourselves, and this raises a key fundamental question, that what is the motive? Is it political? Because already the Attorney General and the Special Prosecutor have made it that way.
How has the OSP, for instance, made it that way? And the context for this is the fact that the Special Prosecutor, Kisei Jabin, was appointed by Ken Ofori-Atta's cousin, through the Attorney General at the time, but the appointment was under the NPP regime. So it is their own, if I can put it that way, Special Prosecutor who is seeking to prosecute.
No, I think, Joseph, that it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, the thing is that, what's the basis for the accusation that someone like the OSP has made it political?
The thing is that I have said that some of the commentaries on matters, key investigations or investigative matters like that should be measured.
The OSP is apolitical.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether the OSP is apolitical.
But let him answer your question, though.
Yeah,
no.
He'll do it.
Don't he is going to run?
No, don't dictate. He's a.
Yeah, I'm reminding him.
No, you've answered yours. So just stick to your lane. So Joseph, the thing is that that's what I told you. The principles governing extradition exercise across the world. It doesn't matter whether you are independent. The government of the day, you are coming after a central key figure in a previous administration. And I'm saying that their commentaries, public commentaries, have been prejudicial. It amounts to prejudgment.
So where is it? He said, where is it?
Where is what?
The comments. He has asked you.
Which
comments are that?
Oh, please, I will not respond to you. I will only respond to you. Because when you had yours, I didn't interrogate you.
No,
Joseph,
right.
I'm saying that the AG and the special prosecutor have made key central prejudicial commentaries. And by even drawing conclusions that they have. No, please. I won't. You have to. No, you have to. It should be measured because
don't worry.
If I interject his salvation, I'm not sure you will be. No, so I'm saying that they made key prejudicial judgment, and I have consistently been reprimanding them on such matters. When you investigate people, you can come to the public and tell Ghanaians what you know, but put the facts to the public in the public domain. But don't draw hasty conclusions.
I mean, it comes back to the point that the OSP, is there a specific comment that you recall that he's made that you consider to be prejudicial in relation to Furiata?
Joseph, when you organize press conference and conclude that you have evidence connecting someone to criminal activities, and on that basis, the person you are confident that you secure conviction, the person will be jailed.
I mean, that's
prejudicial.
Yeah, but that's basic for any prosecutor. He's drawn his charge sheet.
That is not how we build a democracy. Joseph, we are building a country. This government, I have said that this government rose to power on the back of what? Accountability. But they've succeeded, and I'm saying that this Attorney General will struggle in winning one case in court. Look at all the cases he has arraigned. You mark it. You will struggle in secure conviction because of the prejudicial commentaries he has made and the so-called watertight cases and evidence that he has, and he believes that he will secure conviction. These things, Joseph, these things amount to putting or prejudging the matter before even the court gets an opportunity to hear it. I'm saying that the Attorney General will not be successful in extraditing Ken Ofori-Atta to this country. And let me set the basis. Let me say this.
Okay.
You know, many have said that we should. There isn't. You know, yesterday when it was asked about it was asked a bit about the reciprocity.
Yes.
And as to whether or not they should exchange Abu Trigger for. I don't think that's the basis for the extradition process. But the thing is that I'm saying that and you were articulated the U.S. Secretary of State within ultimate discretion in deciding whether or not to surrender a fugitive. I am saying that based on the public commentaries of the Attorney General and the Special Prosecutor, they will not mark it. They will not be able to extradite Ken Ofori-Atta.
Okay.
He has not been able to mention one thing. Every Attorney General believes in his case and goes to court believing that he will win. Whether he win or not,
he will fail.
It is for the judge.
He will fail.
So that cannot amount to political interference.
I'm saying that you will fail.
You get my point.
Attorney General will fail. He can't extradite you. You will fail.
Shortly, let me go to
the Attorney General will fail.
Manasseh on Zoom. Manasseh, good morning once again. And I mean, the key allegation or a key part of, in fact, the case against him relates to the SML matter, a matter that, I mean, you investigated. In the last couple of weeks, the storm has been around your dissatisfaction with what the OSP was doing and everything. I mean, we all saw how that played out there. But I mean, at this point in time, satisfied with where we are, the attempts by the states formally to get Ken Ofori-Atta back into the country?
Well, I think we are still very far away from satisfaction. I tend to share part of Austin's concern about the difficulty, but the part I disagree with him is the saying that prejudicial commentary was made. I have listened to the special prosecutor, and I don't remember hearing him say that he will secure conviction and he will get people in jail. So if there is that thing that a special prosecutor, Kisia Jabin, said anywhere, maybe the person saying it should draw attention to it. I didn't hear that. I also want to draw his attention to something he made that, look, these people will find it very difficult to secure conviction in court because of the comments they made. And if you want to put the two side by side, then his belief that these are state officials, attorney general, special prosecutor, they will find it difficult to secure conviction. It means that the judiciary is independent. Otherwise, if you make these comments in some countries and you say, I'll secure conviction, you can go to court and still secure conviction, no matter how bad your case is. So if he strongly believes that they will find it difficult to secure conviction despite what they have said, then it means that the judiciary has a mind of its own. And that is something that the international community should also be concerned about or avert their attention to if they want to feed into this, let me say, frivolous excuse that Ken Ofori-Atta and his lawyers would want to give. There are others standing trial here. Just a day or two ago, the Supreme Court made a decision that favored the opposition. So we are not saying our judiciary is perfect, but as someone who presided over our resources, and let's even forget that he was a powerful minister, and that power, when I was doing my book, The President Ghana Never Got, I nearly said never forgot. In fact, it's something we want to forget. In this book, I asked someone or people close to the Jubilee House, and on page, I think 149 or so, they said, if you took the president out, the next powerful person in this administration was Ken Ofori-Atta. And I want to correct my brother, elder brother Amalba a bit. He says something that Atuforce cannot do anything without Muhammad knowing. I want to say that he shouldn't put the president in such a difficult situation. All the ministers and the appointees can do things that the president wouldn't know. In this SML thing, I had information that President Akufo-Addo got very angry when the details began to emerge. And some sources close to the Jubilee House said it was actually the reason Ken Ofori-Atta was finally asked to go. So it is possible. The question is, could the president have done more when these issues came up? Yes, he could have. But I just want us to be maybe fair sometimes and also give people the benefit of the doubt. In all my investigation, never for once did I hear that the president was linked to this or Akufo-Addo gave instruction to ABC. So Ken should come back home and then answer. The formal request is one thing, but I believe it takes more than just issuing the request and going to sleep. This is the stage that we would want to see the Attorney General's office and that of the Special Prosecutor to bury whatever differences they have. And I know, and those who know what happens or goes on in this country also know that that difference is there. Some public pronouncements and subtle competitions and others. Okay. But I would appeal to those two offices to bury whatever hatches they have and then get together. I have problems when civil society and people talk, we have to give independence, whatever. Independence is important. But if you want to really fight corruption, it takes more than just independence. It takes a lot of collaboration. When we look at how the US even get into our country and investigate and get these people out, they involve different state institutions. The Narcotics Control Authority, IOCO, sometimes they involve the OSP, Attorney General. They bring all of the police. And if you go back to the US, sometimes in the investigation, they will name that this investigation was carried out by the FBI, the Drug Enforcement Agency, and all manner of institutions. These are very well resourced in terms of funds and also human resource and technology. But when they want to do these things, they involve everybody. So my plea is, if this extradition fails, it won't be solely blamed on the US authorities.
Okay.
How we react, how serious we get. Besides the laws and everything, we also have diplomatic pressures and everything that is at play. I know for sure that Ken Ofori-Attah's US visa will expire on the 14th of February 2026. So he has less than 3 months for his visa to expire. When his visa expires and he is fighting or he wants to renew it, it is the discretion of the US authorities. Okay. There are people who have valid visas. When they were coming, they were stopped at the borders, and the excuse was that, look, nobody has a right to be admitted here in the US. It is a privilege. Okay. Okay. So a government can do so much, but I believe that we shouldn't just go to bed. This is someone who, running away alone, communicates something in tree when they say obedient in Wakanra. It means the person has done something terrible. They feel that if they even go through the right judgment, they may not be able to win. So what they do is to just run away. So there's like someone running away. I don't see any good reason why Ken should not come back and face justice like some of the people under him, some of whom he gave orders to proceed with certain things.
Okay, Manasseh. Thank you very much. Let me come to the studio now. And there's a point that, Manasseh, you make about the importance of the Ghanaian angle. I have interacted with someone who is very familiar with the extradition process, what we do for the US here in Ghana. And he makes the point that it's largely more about what the political will of the country that is ensuring that they are taking the person away. And he explains that they've done it a number of times for the US. And the ones that he's handled, he says he remembers it was just on one occasion that they were not successful, at least in the number of years that he's been dealing with that process. And they filed their extradition documents in court, and mostly the magistrate looks through it, and more often than not, they give the order. But elsewhere, there's a lot of challenge here and there. And so it's like, when it's the other way around, it's a bit more difficult. It appears that we tend to lean towards assisting. So we are committed to ensuring that this person who has been identified and is needed in the country, we follow through the process and make sure that we get a person out. Whereas over there, it may be a different ballgame if there's not that commitment, which could also be a challenge in itself. And let me bring in Prof now at this stage. And Prof, what are the key thoughts on your mind with what we know so far and where we are?
Thank you, Aka, and let me greet all our listeners and viewers everywhere in the world, and also my colleague panelists. I decided to be on TV to educate people about things, and for me, television is just teaching without walls. So I've listened to the side of lawyers, I've listened to the side of investigative journalists, I've listened to the side of the both from the political angle, and I'm going to go to the governance and leadership part of it. There's something called argumentum ad valorem, which is hasty generalization. And I hear that a lot. What some people say is, categorizing people and events when the process has just begun. So I have been at jury duty in US, been to court. I have a lot of attorney friends, and I've been talking to them about this process. US law is easy. It's so easy. If you have morals, you never get into any problems in US, because morality is above the law. But let me start it this way. Listening to the Attorney General saying that he has formally requested the extradition of Ken Ofori-Attah and Ernest Dakun Akwari to face 78 count of corruption charges. So now this is not about political witch hunting or anything, but it is about corruption that a man has done. Now we have to look at the best way to extradite Ken. because that is the process of the law. The first one is that we have to invoke that treaty that A.B. talked about. Once you invoke it, it's just like a Christian, you are going to pray and you invoke that power of God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob. That is the thing that you invoke to make God act on your behalf, because that's the covenant that he has. So after that, there's a formal request that the Attorney General has done. So that first two processes have been gone through. The U.S. have a part to play, and this part is not coming from the state judges. It is coming from federal judges. Now, if you're a lawyer in America, you can practice in a state. So I work with Pearson as a manager. Once you are certified by a board to be a lawyer in a state, you can't practice in another state unless you have tri-states that you can practice in other states. But you practice in one state, but not the entire states. So there's something called a probable cause, which the U.S. have to start from. So we have started our first two sections. A probable cause is very simple. They will assess if there's any probable cause to believe that Ofori-Atta really committed the alleged offense. So is there a probable cause? The same way that your wife can call the police and say that you mishandled her, you violated against something. The police will come and ask, is there a probable cause that this man could have done it? If there's a probable cause, that is all U.S. knows, from the state to the federal level. If there's a probable cause, then the state can take action. If there's no probable cause, then either the state or the federal cannot take any action. So they are going to look at the probable cause first. Then, if there's a probable cause, the next action is arrest and detention. So, if there's a probable cause, he will be arrested and detained in the U.S. pending extradition proceedings. So that's a long process that I will talk about. Now, there will be an extradition hearing after his arrest from the first two processes. So, yes, we have invoked the treaty, we have requested formally. Now, U.S. is going to determine a probable cause. After the probable cause, they are going to arrest. If there's a probable cause, arrest Ken. Now, when they arrest Ken, that is not the end. There's going to be an extradition hearing. That will be done by a U.S. court. And they will hear the determination with what I've always been preaching here, the power of if. If extradition is warranted. So they will look at the case and see that is extradition warranted in this case? Does it merit it? Now, after that, the Secretary of State will give an approval. So it comes to politics now. We'll give an approval. And there's another if there. If the court approves extradition, then the U.S. Secretary of State will make a final decision. So the court can even approve it, but the Secretary of State would determine finally whether he should be extradited. Now, we have to know that Ghana will have to provide sufficient evidence to the U.S. court to prove that, yes, he is really Ofori-Atta who committed that, because sometimes you accuse somebody and they will find out that it is a wrong person being accused, so they have to go through that process. Then we also have to make sure that it is going to be complex and lengthy. This is not just an easy thing. I like what Manasseh talked about, that his visa, they know, yes, everybody knows that it expires in February, because U.S., everybody will know. But can also have a visa of about 10 years for Canada and then another 10 years for UK. So there's a likelihood that if U.S. decides that, look, your visa has expired, you have a case back home, so go home, he can go to Canada or he can go to UK without coming to Ghana.
If he goes to Canada now, it means that we have to now do another
one. So I'm explaining to Ghanaians so that they will understand the complexity of this issue. I have seen, because I was Ghana Association president in Cincinnati, Ohio for a long time, I have done this for many Ghanaians. Somebody can be in drugs, get to Ghana, get back to JFK, and they will say that you are not coming back to US again. Even though you are a US citizen, no, don't come back again. And the person can invoke that I also have Canadian citizenship. So instead of coming to Ghana, they take that person to Canada. You have to go to Canada to begin the process again there. So he has 10 years for Canada, 10 years for UK. Yes, the US one is expiring in February, but he can go to either of these countries. So the lawyers should know this. The other part I want to talk about is the extradition process in the US, which is very key. The requests have been submitted. The Department of Justice will review the request and file a complaint in federal court, not a state court. Then the arrest, I've talked about that. And then the extradition hearing, we'll talk about how Ken was accused, and it will give him the opportunity to explain what to do. I've been to U.S. court once. I was driving one night, and I got to a place from Indiana to Ohio. It was snowing. And then the GPS could not tell me on the road whether I should pass left or right. So I stopped. And as soon as I started moving, a police officer came out from nowhere. And then he said, "You missed the way, you stop here." That was traffic violation. And I started laughing that, "Were you following me?" He said, "I've been following for the past 5 miles on this road alone." So I had to go to court. And the judges are interesting. They will ask you that this is what the police officer said you did. Can you explain? Sometimes you don't even need a lawyer in US. Once you explain your part of it, they will look at the merit of the issue and say that these are the possible, challenges and the possible sentences. Do you want to do communal work? Do you want to do this? They give you the option so that you also say you're part of it. So it's very interactive. They don't wear the wigs that you guys wear here. Everything is like a former person you are sitting with and talking to. So US law is not difficult. They look at the facts and then the evidence. Now, the other thing is that the hearing, there will be in front of a federal magistrate judge for a hearing to be determined if 3 things are going to be determined. If the crime is an extraditable crime. So it's the crime that you are saying he committed. Does that mean we should extradite him? 2, probable cause exists. So probable cause is everything there. Then the third one is if the person is the one sought. So is it Oforiatta that you are looking for? Is he the one? Have we done all the DNA to make sure that he's the one that you are looking for? Then we go to the appeals. So you see the process. Now in the appeals process, you see determine that the individual can appeal the judge's decision. So Oforiatta can, even after the decision that is going to be extradited, his lawyers can appeal that. Now when they do that, the Secretary of State will also need to approve and make the final determination on that. Then there are key requirements that they have to look for the probable cause. One of them is the dual criminality that you talked about from the beginning. It means that the offense must be a crime in both countries. So it's a crime in Ghana that he committed corrupt acts. But is it a crime in America also? Yes, corruption is illegal in America. So both crimes are illegal in both countries. So we have a case there. The second one is the probable cause that I've talked about. Evidence must show probable cause of the crime. And then the third one is the treaty requirement that we have also invoked. So if you look at the requirements, we have met 2 out of 3. We have met the dual criminality one. We've met the treaty requirement. The third one is the probable cause. And we need evidence here to show probable cause of the crime. The last leg of it is that the process will also be complex, often involving court appeals and diplomatic considerations. Now, that is also not the end. When we are successful to finally extradite him to Ghana, then he's also coming to Ghana court, right? He will not come to Ghana, then immediately you send him to jail or, take all his assets and confiscate them. We are going to send him to Ghanaian court. Here too, he will get lawyers. And in the process, he will have to prove innocent or guilty of the 78 counts of corrupt acts.
But Akabile.
Yes, I saw you made some notes.
Yeah, the key point about the extradition is not so much about some of the things he said. We passed them. Is he Oforiatta? We all know he's Oforiatta. Is it extraditable? It is. What is important for me that the U.S. authorities will look at, which we have passed anyway, is whether our justice delivery system can provide justice to Oforiatta. So, for instance, they wouldn't have sent, if he was like a Venezuelan citizen, they would say they don't believe in the justice system there. Or, some countries, their justice system cannot be relied upon. We have a justice system that can stand the test of time. So they know when he comes, he will go through the process without any interference. So the comments that the Attorney General makes has nothing to do with our justice delivery system. Now, some people have talked about Abu Trika. Now, let me make this point clear. That even though the Abu Trika case will not impact on Oforiatta's case, that is to say, if Ghana decides to extradite him, and people are thinking about swapping.
We've done that before. I mean, I think
No, that's a different matter. Sisudi case is a different matter.
We did a swap.
So people are talking about swapping. And I am saying that it may not have a direct implication, but when judges sit and make judgments, it is not only based on the law, it is also based on non-legal factors. Secondly, again, it is also based on non-legal factors. So, if you are an armed robber and you appeal before a judge who was robbed a night before, you appear before him, that will have an impact on how your case will be heard. So, if Ghana gives Abu Trika out to the US, because the US is in need of Abu Trika, that can be a factor that can sway the judge. That, look, we wanted this man, they gave us. You also want it, we'll give you. So don't dismiss that one entirely. I'm saying that non-legal factors also operate.
Okay, I get you.
On the judge's mind, yes.
That's fine. Final comments, Austin and Ebo, then I'll wrap up with Prof as well.
My position is that this process is neither mechanical nor inevitable. But, you know, it has AB hinted that it's an interplay between law, an interplay. So, of law, diplomacy, judicial restraint, and executive discretion. And I think the pushing of our prosecutorial authorities will have an impact on this process. Whether or not it will succeed is based on the prosecutorial conduct and the commentaries by our officials.
Okay. Ebo, final comments?
Yes. I think you shouldn't have gotten here if you had been vigilant. I don't think the man would have gone in the first place. And so, I mean, I think we need to learn from this. I believe you could have a law that before any election, before any general election, any political office holder should surrender his passport to maybe to the judicial, to, I don't know, the judicial secretary or to, so that after election, you have to be cleared of accountability before your passport can be given to you. Are you getting the point I'm making? So it shouldn't be after, before the elections, you surrender your passport.
Both diplomatic and personal
Yes, ones? Yes. So that after the elections, if the result doesn't go in your favor and you want to run away, you can run away. And so that you will have to be held accountable before your passport will be given to you. I think subsequently you should be able to have that law. Because this case should teach us a great lesson.
Such a blanket law will affect persons who have conducted themselves so well in office.
But you see,
and do not fall under it.
Yeah. You see, and you see, you see, last I told you something. I said whenever you are passing law, we should look at both from worst case scenario and best case scenario. You are saying that yes. So if you haven't done anything after the elections, you will be cleared. You haven't done anything. But if you have done something wrong, then you won't be cleared. You have to be answerable to the work that was given to you. And for me, if you're able to do that, it will help all of us.
Yes,
it will help all of us.
Yes. I think that the OSP office wasted 10 months of our time. You know, if they had acted quickly to give these to the Attorney General's office to start this process, we could have been somewhere by now. But so be it. We are where we are now. They could have acted quicker in collaboration with the AG's office. The last thing that I want to talk about is that when I saw the AG saying that the Kenofurata has hired top lawyers in the US to fight his extradition, so it would be difficult for us, I just shook my head.
Did he say it would be difficult? He didn't say that.
That is what I saw quoted by the medias and all that. So, but he said, but he's not afraid.
He didn't say he said that.
But he said he's not afraid.
Yeah.
So the AG should not be blamed for this. They are doing their part in the process. They should not be afraid. US is very open and collaborative when it comes to criminals. They will help you extradite criminals if indeed there's an evidence to show that Ofurata has committed those crimes.
Well, you made reference to what the AG said. There's something interesting that he said about Yoko and the work that Yoko had done. We are told that they've had the highest recovery in the history of the agency. They recovered some 142 million Ghana cedis. And the Attorney General, this is what he has to say. He says, the success story of Yoko shows that institutions matter, but institutional leadership is crucial to the success of the institutions we create as a country. The current leadership of Yoko shows that when leadership bestows integrity, institutions perform their mandated functions optimally. That is what the Attorney General had to say about the Economic and Organized Crime Office after their successful recoveries. That's all time would allow for the discussion this morning. And this is a matter that is not ending anytime soon. This is only the start. There will be more to talk about us, and when there are key updates, we'll bring it to you, our viewers, as well. My guests this morning have been Abraham Amaliba. He's a legal practitioner, Director of the National Road Safety Authority, and member of the NDC, and the important advice that he gave on road users, drivers, around this period. I think it's very important that we all adhere to that.
The most important gift you can give to your family is to
arrive safely.
Mm.
And then I always say
not
that
the biscuits.
When you meet drivers who are carrying eggs, the way they drive
They are
the
very
car,
careful.
and compared to drivers who are carrying human beings, the way they drive the car, you see the difference. You are scared that the eggs will crack, but the human beings there, then you are gone. Take your time, don't worry, take your time. Austin Bracco Powers is a legal practitioner. He joined us in the studio as well. Ebo Bachman is with the United Party. Ebo, you want to say something?
Disturbing post on Facebook, which I think there are some people who are trying very hard to rope the governor's name into this Boko issue.
Governor or Bank of Ghana.
Yeah, Bank of Ghana. Yeah.
Why? Still
That, oh yes, that I've seen it. I'll have it here. That he met the Kusasis people and gave them money to buy ammunition. I mean, so those behind these things should stop.
I mean, those are very
Those are very on social media. Some of these things travel.
Very unnecessary allegations. Very serious.
The man is not part of what
we are dealing with.
at all. Don't rope him into that. It's unfair to him.
Professor Enoch Opoku-Entry joined us in the studio as well. He's a governance and policy analyst. And before we take a break, if you want to look smart and fashionable, yes, I'll come to that. Yes, I'll come to that. If you want to look smart and fashionable, visit any Woodin boutique nationwide today. Woodin offers an amazing collection of authentic African fabrics and ready-to-wear that come in beautiful designs and colors for men and women. With Woodin, you can get creative and versatile with your designs. Be confident and show off how truly African you are in Woodin. Go to a Woodin boutique near you today and choose from a variety of trendy products to complement your unique style. You can follow Woodin Fashion on Facebook, Instagram at Woodin Fashion, and on TikTok at Woodin_fashion. And I always say that my outfit is sponsored by Woodin. Many appreciation. Thank you very much to Woodin for giving me this. I'm happy to say that I realize Ebo is also wearing.
You're not a brand ambassador.
Yes. Ebo is wearing. So yeah, that's Woodin as well.
Do you know that this is our last program for the year? So next week you're not going to be here. So let's wish our
friends,
loved ones.
Next Friday we are not coming here. Next Friday is 26th. So give us a second each. I have my friend in Tamale called Papa Yawson. He's an ardent viewer of this program. I wish him a Merry Christmas. I'll be in Tamale to be with you. Then I also want to wish my parents a happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance.
Your father has some recoveries to make from you.
Yeah.
You know the story you told earlier on. If he needs a lawyer, there are lawyers here. We can do the recoveries for you.
Let me go to the people of Nuju enough. Fijasi Asekore, Oyoko, Akwadum, Jumapo, Sushan, Payem, Esikasu, 1 and 2. I wish you all Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. To my mother, Patricia Mwako, Yetua, my sister Dorcas, Kezia, Apia Entry, Bank of Ghana, Kumasi, and then Asamoah Entry Jaffet. All of you and my family, the Corner family, the entire Corner family. We lost the Corner him of Asekore, who's my mother. May her soul rest in peace. But I will be with you in Koforidia for the Christmas and New Year.
Special seasons greetings to my children, four of them. And also, yes, also to my house, my family house, Roman Fie in Cape Coast, Bacano area, and also to the good people of Cape Coast. Special greetings to them. And also to have a very special friend. He's the branch manager of Prudential Bank in Cape Coast, Erica Pau, Sapon. Eric, this morning I give you special greetings. I think this is the first time I'm doing that, and I should have been doing this long ago. You're a very special person to me, and I give you special greetings this season. And all the friends I have, both males and females, I mean, my greetings to you.
Including your concubines.
So
be careful.
How many do you have?
0.
10.
Austin.
Joe, so I just want to wish my parents, Alice, my mother Alice Dakwa, and my dad Samoya Brako, and my siblings, and all friends and sympathizers out there.
Merry Christmas to all our viewers. And
so me and Solomon Owusu this morning we are going to Burma camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the
funeral. Yeah.
Yes. Merry Christmas to all our viewers across the country, to our friends, our loved ones, our family members, everyone of you always supporting us throughout the year, joining us and sharing your feedback to us. And a special thank you from Shadrach, the producer of Newday, to all of you. I mean, he says you make the show wonderful, you make the show fantastic. Whenever you are needed.
It was at the African Summit.
African Summit, yes. He says whenever you all organized that program. It's these days that some of you have become globetrotters, so once in a while you don't show up. But I said when you're available, you are all here in your numbers when you are called upon. We thank all of you for your support and contribution to the show, always making the show at the very best.
Say something special to Alan for organizing that summit.
Let's make some money. Are you looking for a university that will prepare your child for the future? Then Academic City University is the best choice for you. At Academic City, we do not just teach, we nurture creators, innovators, and leaders who shape tomorrow's world. We offer undergraduate programs in engineering, computational sciences, business and communication arts, and our BSc in artificial intelligence and robotics engineering are the first and only of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa, with world-class facilities and industry experienced faculty. Students do not just learn the latest technology, they actually create it. And for working professionals and young graduates, we have got you covered as well with our MSc programs in cybersecurity and data science, analytics, as well as our professional certificate programs. At Academic City, our programs are practical, relevant, and future focused. You can call us on 0262693870, 0262693870, or visit act.edu.gh for more information. Admissions are open. Academic City, make your mark. That's where Prof teaches as well. So Prof, I think, is a dean, one of the departments there, correct?
Business administration.
Yes, business administration. So if you want to enjoy, I mean, you enjoy his submissions on the show, you can imagine Prof in the classroom. Go to ACT as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. There's more on the show to come up as well. We'll cross over at a point to give you a bit of a live event that is taking place. Just keep your dial right here on TV3.
It's like it's driving us away.